Hi everyone, this is seed 2 of the second batch Mentor Tournament async seeds. It's going to be Samus Hive Gunship. I'm Samus6710, and let's just jump into things. So I'm going to try to explain everything I'm doing, my thought process as I play. So first thing I'm going to do, space jump first. Normally I would back up onto the back portion of it, but instead I'm going to do a curved scan dash off this. Grab this scan point, go a little faster. Boost ball. Okay, that's interesting. So, not gonna do me any good just yet. So let's check what this is under the ship. It's nothing. Let's get onto the ship and do a scan dash across this. I'm gonna wait for this door to open. Do another dash. For that beetle to appear, do a dash off that. Gonna walk forward a little bit to not bonk and do a dash off this ink sac. Did a little sort of a bee hop there, and I dash off the consumer. Just L jump through here. Scan, do an R dash into the elevator, skip it. So, nothing interesting. So it looks like my tracker isn't updating. My connections are a little off. We'll just add dolphin. There we go. Yeah, I'll get the tracker fixed real quick. So we're just gonna, I'll jump through there. I'm gonna dash off this point. Let's see what this item is. Is an E-tank. Let's see what main plaza is. That is space jump. So I'm likely getting morph ball. Hive totem. Just a missile up there. I'm gonna bunny hop to this room. Don't worry about the scarabs. I'll hug the left wall. I'll jump through here. This is going to be the most basic form of movement. And I'm going to look up and to the left here so I can see this item as I go through. It's just a missile. I'm going to do a slope jump off this, land here. Prepare to do a scan dash through the door. You don't have to worry about the scarabs. I can't do anything here, so I'm just going to dash across the room, get to the door. Gonna shoot this door, back up, and dash off this wasp. Didn't quite get it, so I'm going to do some L jumps instead. I'm going to dash off the item here. It's morph ball. I'm going to do a dash here. A little bit. I have morph ball. Can't go any further, so I'm gonna just head back, do a couple dashes. Let me just fix the tracker real quick. There we go. Keep moving. I'll jump here, do a dash off here to cross the gap quickly. Another dash off those vines to reach the door, the low trigger more quickly. Get a little drop from that guy. Do another dash off this. This is a little bit unnecessary, but I'm also going to dash here. This room is an auto load, so we're not trying to hit a low trigger that quickly. Now we have morph balls, so I'm going to roll through here. Take a lot of less damage from the scarabs. Now I think about it, what do we do next? I don't have missiles, I have morph ball. Oh, we have boost ball. I'm gonna cut that out in post, because I just got confused. So I'm gonna boost up here, grab the space jump. So now we just grab the missile over here, just launcher. Gonna dash on the platform, I'll jump. Now while I'm here, I'm also gonna see what this is. Just another missile. So I have missiles and boost balls, so I can do everything on the side, so we're gonna go back. So I'm gonna do a optional dash here. Just looks cool. Unless I have boost ball, it's gonna be faster to go through this room like this. I'm gonna shoot this and shoot the wasp, it won't bother me. It's an E-tank there. And I'm going to do a wall boost here to skip needing bombs, so I don't have to backtrack, and also since I don't have to do the weird peek for the item. It's a little tricky, you have to align yourself this slope here. There we go. Ice Beam. Okay, that is a very nice find. Grab this E-Tank. Let's keep moving. We have one more check down this way. No, I'm just gonna R-jump here instead. Morph late so I can grab this missile. Now we're just gonna boost through here. It's a little bit faster to go this way if you have boost ball. I'm gonna jump onto this pillar here before it rises. I'm gonna stand near the edge of it so it doesn't go down on me. Just try and get an IUJ here. Didn't quite get it. It's okay. If you unmorph early out of the tunnel, you'll be able to get an instant-morph. Gonna dash through this room. Gonna boost here. Okay, now I'm going to dash over here so I can see what's in Rune Shrine. Just a missile, but I'm going to get it anyways by doing a double strafe dash there. Can't get this just yet, so we're going to dash to skip the trigger. That's E-Tank. Hold on a second. Okay, so what I'm hearing is a distinct sound effect that is exclusive to power bombs and morph ball bombs, so I know it has to be either one of those if you listen to it carefully. You can hear that it's not making the traditional whirring noise, so it's something to keep in mind if you hear it. So I know that's either power bombs or morph ball bombs, so I know to come back here. So we could go into Talon, but I'd rather keep going to Chozo. Oops, messed up that dash. Recover with the slope jump. We're just going to check the item. Align with this little ridge. It's just nothing. We can also check Ruin Fountain as we pass by. Just an E-Tank. Shoot the store, wait for it to open. Gonna roll through, go under the Shriek Bats. Also gonna dash off the vines here on the left, or the right rather. Gonna roll through here. Gonna roll to the side so we can get instant morph. Dash off this to reach the door more quickly. Dash off this to go through a little bit more quickly. Grab another E-Tank. I can missile this door and it'll kill all the Shriek Bats along with the door. Gonna turn around and jump back so I can grab the skin point. Now we're gonna shoot these guys. The middle one with pellets, that's all you need. Gonna do a slope jump there. Jump with R. Grab all these scan points. It's just a nothing there, so I'm gonna head back to see what's down here. And I can see it's just a missile. So now we can leave, go up to this, and do a dash off this. Boost through this way on our way back. Before I go, I want to see what's at the top here. So we're gonna climb up. I'm gonna go to this step, I'm gonna jump and hold back. Supers. I can't get that yet, but that is important to know. So I'm going to warp to start. I want to see what Frigate Crash Site is, along with getting hints and getting to check an Artifact Temple, getting Transport Tunnel B at the bottom of Root Cave itself, and then Arbor Chamber. I'm going to boost 3 preemptively because I know I have to. I'm going to shoot this, and I'm going to wait and morph ball. I'm going to perform a scan dash on the ledge, so I'm going to preemptively boost towards there. These pirates will not bother me because they'll just leave. So I dash here, just a missile, so we can leave. It is worth noting, though, that I have Ice Beam, and that check up there is logical. So let's go up and see what it is. I'm going to do a little bit of a tricky climb here. I'm going to jump here, so I'll jump onto this standable, jump to this ink sac, jump into this branch, and dash off this and curve backwards. It's very fast, but it's pretty tough. Just a missile. I am not interested. So now I'm going to perform this dash on my way back. Gonna bunny hop here. Now we head out. Not sure what this ice beam is signaling just yet. I'm gonna go here and just take a quick safety save, and also a refill for my missiles. I'm gonna do a difficult dash called a ship dash. Make it all the way across. I'm gonna boost through here, it's much faster. Gonna unmorph here, shoot the door and boost again. Gonna shoot here, make the important smiley face, and get ready to boost here. Boost right into the items to missile. Gonna grab the inner 6 ring of artifacts. It's always gonna be the inner 6 if it's 6. Once again, this last one, I'm gonna dash away. Now, if you have boost, you would boost up. You can boost up here, but if not, you can do these series of scan dashes. Now, I would read these, but personally, I like to wait to read them till I have a little bit more, because there's a good chance we may find some on the way and save a little bit of time. Okay, unfortunately, the door collision did not go away at the time I thought it would. I'm gonna do a dash here to reach the store more quickly. So again, repeat the same process. Instead here, I'm gonna dash off the same point, but I'm gonna stop myself with L to reach this part. I can dash off this to save a little time and jump to the door. I'm gonna boost on this part here. I didn't quite get it, but I still made it across. Now I'm going to get the upper item first, so I can do this dash to be a little bit more quick. Now you can memorize where they are, or you can shoot them. You can also do an R jump here to save some time. Oops, I unfortunately slipped off a little bit. Did not jump quickly enough. Go, get this one. It's going to be just a missile. I will do show off the Arbor Chamber out of bounds. So I go on this standable, I slope jump. Gonna have to navigate back to the standable by flicking forward when we hobble up and down. There we go. Now I jump to this point, slope jump here, and I very carefully fall in and get gravity suits. Interesting. Okay. Because of my vanilla suit damage reduction, this is going to give me 20%, which is very nice. This may be signaling an early frigate. Okay, here are the power bombs, so I know where Morpal bombs are because of the earlier Ruined Shrine sound effects, so I'm going to go straight to there. There's a difficult jump you can do there, but still too tough. So we're going to do a different strat. Go there. I'm going to slope jump off this to this branch. Do another one onto this, and land here, and go to the door. So booster there. If you want, you can dash off the Bloodflower instead. Gonna do dash off this. Gonna let go of L a little bit later, so I don't have too much height. Just gonna R jump through here. You can also boost through here if you prefer. Gonna dash into the elevator, save myself a little bit of time. Not a power bombs. Gonna get those bombs. I've gotten everything done in the early part of Chozo, so raise the game volume a little bit. Okay, gonna just use a boost ball through here. Gonna unmorph earlier so I can shoot the door. Still boost to this door, unmorph early so I can shoot, and repeat this process. Once you have bombs, you can normally just boost and then bomb the door. R jump onto this, dash off, morph to lay power bombs, and re-report over the bombs. Gonna dash off this conveniently placed beetle, shoot the door, and be on our merry way. Now we can go back and fight enemies like Zoid. And also obtain those supers and check Dynamo. I'm going to do a little bit of an advanced strategy. And I'm going to go to Magma Pool before I have various suits. And dash across and see what's in the wall because I have power bombs. And because of my suit damage reduction, it makes it a lot safer. I would not recommend doing this as a beginner. It is just showing... Okay, that's nice. Oop, I did fall in the lava, but I have gravity, so I'll be okay. Pretty scary. I wouldn't recommend doing that, but if you have Various Suit and you feel confident, then go for it. Or a lot of E-Tanks. Either works. So that power expansion is not going to help me with any progression, but it will be convenient later on when I may or may not need more power bombs. So not going to fight Flogger yet. Flogger is a pretty slow check and it's pretty uncommon for progression. Now since I took some damage, I am going to grab a bit of a safety save. I'm going to shoot the door, I'm going to boost, I'm going to use some standables here on the wall once I'm far enough. Going to unmorph here, jump onto here, jump onto this, jump to the ledge behind me, jump onto this, and jump up, shoot the door, but unfortunately it opened. Grab this, unmorph forward, and boost through here. I'm going to shoot through here, just going to L jump our way through here. Alright, gonna do an R dash across this, dash over here. A little tricky, but I'd try it out, see if we can get it. Just boost through here, fight Zoid. Something to note is that when a lot of the time when I'm using Boost Ball is I have the stick at neutral. It actually will go faster that way, and if you want to turn, use left or right. So I entered Zoid, I bombed the wall, so after I shoot this phase out, I'll be able to immediately morph and go get the items so I don't lose any time. There we go. You can stand on the rim of Zoid there to avoid the flamethrower attack right in front of him. Just an artifact, so that means that reading the artifacts layer is paying off just a little bit. Going back here, I can shoot some wasps while I wait, if they aren't behind me. Zoid did appear a little earlier than I expected. So Zoid will always end up on this side and the opposite side of that, and then this side, other side, then back here, and repeat. So you can shoot these guys while you're here, paramissile or a charge shot. You can even get some lore while you're at it if you're that kind of person. Goes instead and is another power ball expansion. Alright. Again, not progression, but it is going to be convenient. So now, just mosey our way through. Take out the Stone Toad, we're gonna activate this puzzle. Now, don't have Varia yet, but gonna do a wall boost over that first to get across. You don't have to if you don't have Boost Ball, or if you're just not confident, feel free to morph and then jump up. Boost up here. Since we don't have Varia, it seems pretty likely we have to go into Far Chozo for some items. Okay, gonna switch to Ice Beam here because I know I'm gonna need it soon. Just gonna bomb this, and I'm gonna boost here. Did not get the wall boost. Gonna unmorph so I can immediately grab this. Just a missile. I'll jump into here. I don't have spider balls, so I'm just gonna hug this wall here. I'm gonna jump up. Oh, there we go. Gonna roll into here. Gonna R jump to this ice door. I'm gonna look up, see what the item is. Just a missile, so I'll be on my way. Do a dash off this for style points. Now we get to fight the ghost, but I first want to activate the bomb slot, so I'm gonna do a dash here to the left to reach the platform. Then I'm going to jump to this peg. Gonna activate the slot, skip the cuts and get the one frame bomb. Try and land on that, but unfortunately miss. I would super this guy, but I'm not gonna get it off. And there we go. Can also shoot the slot, try and get this drop. Did not quite get it. Just some health though. Buffer bomb, grip that. Gonna try and do a roll jump here. Didn't quite get it, that's fine. Just land on this. Place some bombs preemptively to pick it up. Just a missile. Alright, so no wave beam, so can't really do this, but I will check what crossway here is. Can't logically get it just yet. This could be useful. Okay, it's a missile. So technically speaking, anti-chamber is logical. It is logical through Talon. However, I don't have wave beam to reach it. So instead I'm going to do some advanced tech known as a complex bomb jump, or an HBJ in this case. I'm going to manipulate the bomb refill timer to lay 5 bombs in succession to make it all the way up there. You can also do this with 3 bombs, but in my opinion it's a little trickier. There we go. If you're not confident in this, I would recommend trying to warp to start, since those bombs put anti-chamber and no logic through for your crash site. Gonna do a dash here off the stone toad and try and land on this guy. Unfortunately fell off. Gonna do a slope jump here. Let's just see what this is. This is our various suit, so yes, this was expected of us. Got some new logic at work. So now I am going to check Great Tree Chamber and Life Grove and the like. Life Grove is perfectly logical with our boost ball and power bombs in tow. Great Tree Chamber, not so logical because we don't have X-ray, but still worth checking nonetheless. Just kill these seedlings, R-jump over this one. Prepare to do a dash off this blood flower. I'm gonna shoot the seedling. I'm gonna jump back onto the visible platform, do a dash off this guy. I'm gonna boost here. I'm gonna lay a bomb so that door will open behind me. Gonna miss the E-tank apparently. There we go. I'm gonna R-jump to this blood flower. Some movement there. Lay a power bombs preemptively because the later this blows up, the quicker we can get to laying these bombs. Gonna do bomb jump up here to make this a little easier. Just a missile. Okay, I tried doing a funny half-pipe bomb jump there, but didn't quite get it. That's more for style points. Just a missile there. I lay the power bomb on my way down. The higher it is, the more quickly that debris will blow up. Just boost. I'm going to boost out onto this branch, slope jump up to it. Just a missile, so I'm going to R-jump here. I'm going to do this R-jump. I'm going to L-jump, let go of L halfway, then turn to the side with R, and press L on my second jump. Okay, I'm a little stubborn for that. I like doing that just for the sake of practice and style points. So we could technically do bar skip and do like reverse frigate. I am actually tempted to do it right now just because I have gravity and I am curious as to what's in Hydractus Tunnel. Got it first try there, nice. Can also lower this gate for later. So normally, if you're not confident with bar skip, I would just be going back to Chozo right now, warp to start. Make our way into Magmore. But let's see, it is just an E-tank. Not a big deal, I benefited from lowering the gate. Do a wall boost there, save myself a little bit of time. I'm gonna shoot this because I have gravity, I can go up to these standables. I can just climb the room like this. Gonna R-jump here to skip the platform. But I am gonna turn around and grab this seedling as a lock-on and do a little bit of dash there, but the seedling gave me a pretty good damage boost, so... Now I can't go into mines yet because I don't have wave beam. So we're just gonna go back. I could technically progress through Frigate, however Frigate is once again one of those checks that's pretty likely to not have anything. Additionally, I don't have wave beam nor thermal visor, so it is not logical. So instead we're just going to boost through here, boost to the store so you can hit the load trigger more quickly. Gonna wait for it to open, and I'm gonna instead save warp instead of going through the tunnel because we've already seen what Overgrown Cavern is. Excuse me. And I'm gonna do this, not inherently because of safety save, but more so because I would like a refill on my power bombs. I'm gonna do a dash off there, prepare to dash off the store, dash off the Speedle. If you don't like doing the dash into the room, I'll jump instead, and then dash off the beetles. It's a little bit easier. And we're just gonna boost our way over here. We're gonna enter Magmore this way because the elevator is closer. Unfortunately took some fall stun. If you unmorph after landing on the ground, you won't get that sort of stagger feeling where Samus does a grunt. But in that room in particular, you can also unmorph at the right time between the branches to get an instant unmorph. So I have a lot of stuff, but I don't have Wave Beam. And Wave Beam is what's unlocking more things right now. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go this way. I'm going to clear out as much of Magmore as I can, which is everything on this end at least. Then I'm going to make my way to Fentrana. So this side, it has no missile, so I'm going to just dash off these Triclops. I'm going to turn around here, grab another lock-on, dash across here. Going to prepare to boost to the store, peek shore tunnel, it's just a missile. Now I'm going to dash off this turret on the left side to the right, so I can go to this side of Magmore, get the checks over here. Going to do a couple L jumps, try and get a lock-on and dash across here. Did hit a puffer. Gonna L jump onto this platform and do a dash off this puffer. Wasn't a great dash because I was pretty close to it. Try to hit on my way there. Just a missile, so I'm gonna do a dash to the right, dash down here. I'm gonna try and hug the right side to avoid the Triclops and lay a bomb so he doesn't bother me on the way back. This guy fortunately got me. Did not get the instant unmorph there. Gonna lay a bomb to try and have the door open on my way back. E-tank, I'll take it just for safety's sake. I'm doing pretty good with the 4 E-tanks and the gravity suit, but if anything, it is nice for insurance sake. So nothing there. Let's go check Lava Lake, and then we go back and check out Warrior Shrine, Upper Fiery Shores, and Fendrana. Trying to do a dash off this puffer, but unfortunately got limited influence. Gonna be a little faster to boost through here and go past the Triclops. Gonna bomb this and also prepare to boost to this room. Gonna unmorph at the end, do a dash off this puffer, over to this debris. Gonna powerbomb this rubble just so I can take care of that initial debris and the crates for me. If you have power bombs spare, you can do that. French vanilla artifacts, okay. Not too shabby. So since I still don't have a second beam, I'm still not too interested in artifacts, but I am going to do a lock-on dash here, retain the lock-on, try and dash through this room. You can actually make it over, but it's pretty tricky. Gonna do an R jump here, jump, try to grab this lock-on, try and direct myself over. I went a little too far, but that was still pretty good room. Doing some bunny hops over the platform. Gonna jump here, try to get a lock-on, dash off this. Now I want to get Warrior Shrine. One of the best ways to do that is jumping onto a stand on the wall here, jumping up top, then doing a dash off this puffer. And jump onto this, do a dash onto this, and then bunny hop over. I unfortunately ran into the modder, so I had to save myself by morphing there. Jump over here. There's another powerbomb expansion, so it's not bad. We almost have all of them already. Gonna boost on my way down here, hold right, try to get a really rare instant morph, didn't get it. Gonna try and wall boost here to save a little bit of time, didn't quite get it. It's a very easy one. If you have boost ball but don't have bombs and want to get this, that wall boost is one of the easiest, if not the easiest in the game. So now I want to go to Fen, so I'm gonna dash up this puffer on the right. I'm gonna hold on to this lock on and do a R dash, use the slope of that to bounce up. Just gonna do some bombs right here. It's gonna be X-ray. I did a pretty advanced tech there to try and get it without doing a regular double bomb jump, but didn't quite get it. Will be going back for that. I would not recommend going for that. I usually don't. I just wanted to see if I would get it. There we go. So, still no wave beam, so can't really do much. So we're gonna head into Fen. Alright, I'm gonna prepare a charge shot, try and do a bunny hop to this door. Gonna fire another missile at the peak of my height there. Another bunny hop after an R jump there. I'm gonna skip this cutscene, I'm gonna dash to the left. I'm gonna break this, scan it, move back a bit to save some time. Take a peek at this. It is just a missile. I'm gonna slope jump up here. Pair a missile. There we go. We're just gonna boost through. I'm gonna do a strat here that TGC does. Normally I would boost through here. I just wasn't prepared for it. But there's a little standball right here you can use and just to jump up. Kill that guy so it doesn't annoy me. Peek this. There's nothing. Do a little bit of a dash off here to save some time. See what this item is. It is an artifact. Good to know that we have to come back here later. Now I wouldn't. Okay, in hindsight, maybe I think it would have been a little bit faster to go to over here first, but it doesn't really matter. I'm gonna go over here now. So I just also saw that it was an E-tank in the lighthouse. Just gonna boost through this room. I'm gonna unmorph here, jump onto this ice patch and try to do a slope jump. To land on the base of the ice patch, but easy slip off. Jump onto this part, do an R jump here, bunny hop, and activate this bomb slot. Now I'm going to attempt to peek this item using my super missiles. Let's try and hug the wall here. Almost there. Let's try looking a little bit more to the left. Not quite. How about more to the left? That is grapple beam. Okay. That is good to know. If you also feel like when you peek those that you don't have a good enough window, you can pause your map. Try to pause it on the frames. You can see it. Also gonna be timing my bombs to lay correctly there. That is Plaza Beam. Okay, I'm gonna do a trick called lockpicking for this. By laying a power bomb on the other side of the door, what we can do is we can basically, how do I describe it? Let me describe this fight here. So I'm dashing off these Sheegoths to try and get behind them. 2 missiles and pellets is what I usually go for. You can also do 3 missiles because that'll also do. Just roll to the Sheegoth if you have power bombs and lay one. As long as you lay in the right spot, it should be good. So now we have Plasma Beam. So this trick, what the power bomb does is it interacts with the blue door on the other side. It basically damages it like it would a regular shot, but it takes a long time for it to do that. So in the time that I can move away from the door and it closes is enough time for the power bomb to do its thing. By the way, you may have noticed that I skipped over grapple beam, and the reason is because eventually you can get to a point where you won't actually need the thing. So in my opinion, it just was not worth it. But now I'd like to go back and pick up whatchamacallit, the artifact. This room kind of sucks. I'd recommend just L jumping or R jumping through it. Ignore the ice beetles, they're not a threat. But with this knowledge, I know that it's not great knowledge, but I know that wave beam cannot be plasma locked. Okay. So now I've got the artifact, I'm considering reading them because I have 2 beams now. I already have 3, so I can cut the fat. So here's the first one, Elite Research, Dynamo, and Research Lab Aether. Okay, so I know this means that Labs is required, and Dynamo means that Spider is technically required, but I think maybe later on I might show you how you can get without Spider. And Elite Research is just upper mines. Not a huge deal, we already have boost balls, so we don't need to worry about the upper check. So now our goal is just to find Wave Beam, which shouldn't be very far. It seems pretty likely that it'll be right here. I'm trying to, could also be Flagra or Ghosts. Nope, it is right here. I'm gonna dash across this room, dash across this gap. There we go. I'm gonna jump here, dash across this, curve it forward, but then curve it backwards a little afterwards so I land on this platform. Dash off this snow cone when it's in the right cycle. And now I'm kind of in a quote-unquote go mode. I'm able to get all my artifacts given the correct tech, but doing that takes a little bit of time if you're exclusively going for artifacts, especially since there's a chance you could find phase on the way. So I'm go for more checks as well. So I'm going to jump off that Sheegoth, that's actually standable. Grab Ice Runes West, which is just a missile. Dash off this. I'm gonna boost through here. Try and get an instant morph, but I didn't. Still gonna unmorph against the wall. Gonna jump backwards here to land on this peg. Didn't quite get it. It's a little hard to do it when you're not looking. Do an R jump onto this platform. See what it's got. Just a missile. At this point, the only really important items I can find are maybe Thermal Visor for convenience sake, Phazon Suit obviously, or, you know, it's probably best to just go through laps from the front. Maybe I'll find spiders to make my life a little bit more convenient on the way. It's actually fastest to boost here. Boost to the left of this pirate, you can wiggle past it. Equip your most powerful beam. If you have Ice Beam, use that. If you have Plasma Beam, use that instead. You can jump quick enough to get a collateral on these guys. Just use Charge Ice. You can also jump on this before it disappears. If you only have Wave Beam, then use Power. I'm going to do a thing called Charge Storage here. Actually, I'm going to do it for Plasma instead. Let me just show that off. So when I'm charging, if I charge my beam and I swap, you see how it got that orange animation? So if I charge, swap my beam, and near when it hits the tip, I pull out Scan Visor, it's going to charge. So if you do that here, I can scan this, dash off it, conserve the charge for this pirate. Because that guy can really annoy you during your climb. So I'm going to do a quick climb here, you see the standables, be careful there, jump backwards, get this, just to energy tank, dash off that. Now I'm going to boost through here. If you don't have boost, you can still roll through here as long as you have enough E-tanks, just be a little careful. Gonna boost here to the edge. Gonna do a dash off this pirate on the right. Gonna missile this guy just so he's out of the way enough. Do an R dash off this. Dash off that bomb slot. Just see a missile, so I'm gonna turn around, be on my way. Gonna grab this, scan, dash over to it, so I'm in the middle. I'm pressing R, because R basically does what L does, what letting go of L does, except less control, I guess, more speed. So I'm going to do a pirate skip. I would normally just move forward and jump, but you can also tell by inching oh so slightly forward, waiting for the arm cannon to light up like that. You don't have to, but that's a good indicator to know that you can jump here. I also jump backwards twice, so I go over here. I'm going to R jump over. I'm going to get control tower over here. Hit the shot. Gonna morph in the right spot, boost, just a missile. I'm not gonna unmorph to pick that up. Try and get a wall boost, just didn't quite get it. And I'm gonna hold backwards so I drop down here and boost straight towards the door. Gonna get Scan Visor out because I need to scan this. Gonna shoot this, just boost through. Nothing notable, these guys are not very much big deal. Now I need to kill this Metroid to proceed. So I'm gonna powerbomb it. It'll destroy the container and kill the Metroid. So 2 birds with 1 stone. I'm gonna prepare a plasma shot just for this pirate because I don't like him. Sorry, Edward. See what this is. It's a missile, so I know that this is the artifact. Now, after getting that, I try to dash. Didn't quite get it. Gonna missile this and then just shoot the door. Now I'm gonna prepare a fully charged ice beam shot to kill this pirate. Oh, 1 second. There we go. Now let's kill this pirate. Gonna drop down and see that, wow, this is a vanilla thermal. So I'm actually gonna do a bit of a any percent strat where I grab my lock on as I fall down. Grab this, then just go on my way. Thermal visor is not technically required for anything, but it will be convenient later on for final bosses. So if you can grab that on the way down, that's great. So I still don't have all my artifacts, but I think I would like to take a gamble and go to Phazon Mines right now. I do have all of Farfandrana I could do. The thing is that there is the generation for Phazon Suit is heavily favored toward being in mines. Before I do that though, I will check over here in Quarantine Monitor just for safety's sake. Now I skipped Grapple Beam, and here's an example of why Grapple Beam isn't very useful. It's also maybe faster to not use it, is you can do a dash across here. It's faster, but also harder. Weight Buster. It's funny. It probably won't help me very much. Maybe when I fight Exo. I normally do Exo skip, but I would like to fight Exo and just share some informative commentary on how the fight should go. So scan this point on the way. I can do a little bit of dash into it. It's kind of debatable whether or not that saves time. But now I would like to check Magma Workstation and Plasma Processing, but then I think I would like to do Phase on Mines. Just because, to be honest, this could be considered a gamble. It is, more or less, but it's more of an educated guess of a gamble. So that's Ice Spreader. That's nice, but I don't want that. I will also check Plasma Processing. Phase on Suda sometimes been seen to be in here. Gonna slow down my L jump a bit so I can bunny hop there. Now, I'll switch to Ice Beam because I'm going to need it for the top of this room. I'm going to do something called Spinner Skip. I'm going to first dash over to the spinner. Now, I'm not going to activate the first spinner. I'm going to activate just this spinner. I'm going to do something called a bomb space jump by obscuring the camera here. And doing an R jump out of the bomb space jump. I'm going to do a slope jump, oops, off this spider track, into a very small standable in the wall to skip raising this one. A little too far to the right there. There we go. And turn around and do an R jump to this bomb slot. I don't have a spider, so I'm going to do a pretty tricky jump called Eagle Jump by doing a slope jump into an R jump there. Just a nothing, so we are going to leave, especially since we don't want to pick that up. That's a Scuff Dash. I jump and then flick to the left pretty late. It puts more of my sideways speed into downward speed, which helps me get down there quicker. So now I'm just going to boost here. I'm going to make my way to these platforms because I want to go to the blue door to mines. I'm going to pull out ice. Now I'm going to morph, get ready to lay a power bomb because of the debris. But I'm also going to preemptively lock onto this furthest back zoomer because it has a guaranteed chance of dropping a power bomb. I'm going to boost here a little bit because the elevator is pretty far away. I'm going to do a pretty curvy dash there to try and reach the elevator in time, and I did. So now that we're in mines, it's kind of tricky depending on what you want to do. I could do the entire lower mines loop, but I run the risk of losing a lot of time and there not being anything important there. So I'm thinking maybe I opt to do upper mines first. Oh, some dolphin lag there. So I'm just going to boost through there. The phase on damage is pretty negligible. Gonna boost through here, drop on the edge there, because I can drop pretty far. Gonna see what this is. It is a Metroid. I can also grab maybe a powerbomb drop here. I did, nice. They don't have a guaranteed chance, but they have an okay chance. Gonna powerbomb this rubble. Now, if I want to go into upper mines first, I would have to deal with this pirate, but you can do something called pirate skip. So first of all, I'm gonna dash here. I'm gonna land on this standable. I'm gonna go on the edge of this, then jump as at the peak of my height, go over at the top, and you can just barely get over the pirate trigger. So looking here, that is just a missile. Now, if you're low on missiles, you can actually lay a power bomb here, or lay some bombs, and then suck these up as you go up. I am pretty good on missiles, so it's not very important. Now, I don't have Spider for this next upcoming room, so I'm going to do a trick known as Spiderless Shafts. It requires the use of a BSJ and some very tricky standables, so I'm going to shut up for just a second so I can do this. Get the BSJ. Ooh, unfortunately fell down there. You have to have a good facing angle. And did not get hit by the second bomb. Gonna move a little bit to the side here, then jump forward again. It's a little tricky to see with the static, but I can see Samus's arm cannon bobbing up and down through it, which lets me know where I landed. So I don't have grapple. I chose to skip it, so we can use the standable right here. It's harder than it looks, but it's pretty good to know. So I'd recommend learning it. Gonna check here, just a missile. Now I know Elite Research is artifacts. I'm gonna go this way. Once again, I don't have Spider, so instead of a BSJ here, we're just gonna use a combination of slope jump there and a tricky rock here. It's pretty annoying to get up. There we go. Now I hit the low trigger right here, so I can take a break for a second. Jump up here, go here. Alright, we're back. So, Elite Research, I'm going to it backwards. Didn't come up through the front, so the wall's still here, but if I boost at the right spot, I can actually just clip through this because of my overwhelming speed. Now I can see what this is. We can see that this is indeed the artifact, so I'm just gonna roll into the scanner. I don't need to blow up the wall because I just came this way. So I'm just gonna go all the way. Let's grab the scan. I'm gonna preemptively dash into the wall. Oops, I unfortunately did not put it too far enough. Accidentally, I guess, lowballed it. And thankfully, I am realizing I'm taking quite a bit of damage. You need to be careful. I was not destroying these turrets earlier just because I had so many tanks, but now I just gotta be slightly cautious. I'm gonna equip Plasma Beam, shoot these two pirates so they don't bother me, then Powerbomb this, skip the cutscene, dash to the side so the pirate doesn't see me, and just rapid fire missiles. Equip Ice Beam because I'm gonna be shooting the door to there next. Just a power expansion, the last of all of them actually, which is quite funny. I'm going to ignore these shadow pirates. It's much easier to try and jump around them because this room loads a little faster than you expect. Now I don't know whether or not this item down here is not important, but I'd rather scan this now. So just in case that is important, I don't have to go all the way back up. Doesn't lose very much time. Shadow Pirate here. I'm just going to shoot this guy with Plasma. Now these Wave Pirates are going to get angry, but I want to deal with these Shadow Pirates first, because I need to kill all of them in order to unlock the door. But actually these pirates will trigger a flag to teleport me to the Wave Pirates. So now I can do this. And now I can take advantage of the Wave Buster. This is the only other functional use besides Exo. Now this pirate got loose, but it requires so many missiles to start Wave Buster. I'm just going to use Charge Shot here. So drag these drops, morph, because the charge effect will last for a little while. I'm going to lay these bombs here just to see if I get anything good. Just some health and missiles, nothing big. I'm going to roll under this, roll to the right here, because that other one is weird. Shoot this. Now these turrets are still here. I'm going to scan this. I can dash across. Peek what this is so I don't waste a power bomb. It is just an E-tank, which I will actually take because quite low. These crates also have a decent chance of dropping a power bomb. Didn't look like it, but that one did, which is nice. Now, because Reverse Lower Mines is on, this gate is open. I'm going to dash to the left here, then dash to this. I'm going to do a tricky standable here to reach the top. Now we're going to see if this is the phase on soup we're looking for. Take a look. It is not. So now I have a choice. I can choose to go back into Lower Mines, or I can choose to go back into Far Chozo, get that last artifact, get the hint, maybe see if I accidentally, my gamble didn't pay off and it ends up being in Vendrana. Or even in Talon, we're not sure. So I'm going to choose instead to go to Far Chozo, just because the way back to Lower Mines is a little long, and there's obviously a chance that Phase on Su might not be there at all. And the one artifact that I am missing is Dynamo in Chozo Ruins. Now, I don't have Spider Ball, but I do have a pretty strong method of getting it without Spider Ball that I was actually the one to record, funnily enough. So climbing this room is pretty slow, so I'm going to do a pretty risky strat where I try and scan dash into a seam here. Unfortunately bonked a bit, so I didn't quite get it, but thankfully I landed here, so I can just climb back up. So again, R-jump here. Oh my goodness, that seedling sent me flying. Yeah, those guys, their knockback can be crazy. So if you feel a little not too confident, feel free to shoot them before doing stuff. I personally wanted to keep that alive so I could dash off it like I was about to do there. Now, it is debatable whether or not this is faster to get to Dynamo. The primary reason that I'm going this way instead of, let's say, warping to start and going to Chozo from the front is exclusively because I want to see if Elder Chamber, the plasma check next to Hall of the Elders, or practically in Hall of the Elders, has something important. So I'm going to equip Plasma preemptively, and I'm prepared to do a interesting dash off that Stone Toad. Curve it very forward, so it almost looks like I'm scan dashing straight instead of sideways. I'm going to turn around this way, so I'm facing the right direction for the bomb slot. But unfortunately did fall there. That's Fortunate, but I can get a slope jump there as a quick recovery. Equip Ice Beam before or after shooting the slot, so I'm ready for this. Trying to do a rule shot. I actually did manage to get it. Just a missile, so I think good. Gonna go back to this door. Gonna prepare to dash to the side a little bit faster. Once again, gonna dash off a parasite on the left side. Just morph, come to the tunnel. So, worst case scenario for this upcoming Phazon suit hint, because this is what I'm doing, is that Phazon suit is in Phendrana Drifts, and it is in Far Phendrana, because I completely isolated that. I gambled that it was gonna not be there, and it was instead gonna be in, like, the upper mines. By the way, I did a little dash there. I walked forward a bit so the Shriek Bats wouldn't hit me as much. Gonna boost here. So, I'm gonna get this hint. Best case scenario, it's in Talon, it's in Frigate. I have easy access to it. But we're not sure here. So, obviously, once again, gonna dash it here. Gonna turn around, try and dash off the wall. Gonna get a good dash. I locked into the closer scan point instead of the farther one. Oh, that's okay. I actually have not ever been to Dynamo, now I think about it. So this could technically not even need Spider. So, we'll see. I'm gonna first go in here normally. But if it is the upper part of it, I'm gonna have to head back to this room and then do a complicated trick. But this isn't, if the lower part is an artifact, that'd be nice. And it is. Nice. Okay. So now we can just go back. We don't need any trick. But what I was going to do is I was going to go out of bounds in this room I was about to enter called Watery Hall. And I was going to do something called an infinite boost into the wall with the item. And that would have allowed me to clip through. It is a little tricky, but I have a video on it. I will link it in the description. Okay, so just the store, enter the save station. Gonna do a safety save just in case we get a warp to start crash. Also setting up a possible pivot save, but it is likely going to be faster to just walk back in case there is something in Chozo or Phazon suits in Chozo, and we don't have to fight Ridley again. So, gonna back up here. Gonna say no because I have that pocket warp to start save just in case. But am gonna get that missile refill, which is gonna be very useful for Ridley. Gonna shoot this door before boosting. And keep boosting, everything you've seen before. I did a smiley face last time, so let's get a frowny face. I'm going to switch to Plasma preemptively, because that's going to be the most effective use for Ridley. But I am also going to try doing a trick called Flyby Skip, and there's a pretty specific setup for this. It's a frame-perfect trick, so let's see if I get it. I can do a full charge shot, then about halfway, another full charge right there. Do the last full charge right here. I'm going to do a full charge, going to do a slope jump up here. Okay, that looked like about one frame too late. I was trying to align the tip of Ridley's right wing, my left, with a certain character on the map screen. That would have shown me the frame that I needed to do it, but I was unfortunately one frame too late. I just simply called map buffering to try and get a go frame by frame and figure out which one is the correct one. It's much harder to figure out which frame it's supposed to be. Now I'm going to hug this corner. I'm going to enter more prepare boost. If I'm in this corner when Ridley lands here, it means that it'll sort of manipulate Ridley to not do a specific attack, the dash attack. That is pretty hard to dodge. That one you can like shoot, but it is pretty cumbersome and is also slower than his other attacks. So as you can see, Ridley's doing a lot of like, the yelling attacks. So it's much nicer to do like that. Doing a 360 here just for fun. Now during the second part there, all bets are off. Ridley could probably dash. I'm going to try and hit a shot there. Fortunately, I hit it near the end of Ridley's weak part. I'm going to shoot a few power pellets here, then I'm going to go back to missile spam. I'm going to try and do a task method there, but unfortunately did not get it. Got another invincibility. Going to lay off the missiles. Going to dash off this into the point. I don't know why I'm clipping Plasma Beam there. We don't actually need it because we're not going to go further. Skip this. I'm gonna grab this scan point. I'm gonna dash into the save station. It is in Talon. Okay, that is actually the best case scenario for me, because going into Frigate early like that is pretty uncommon. So this means that it's either biohazard containment or cargo freight lifted at Gamma. So I'm gonna warp to start immediately. I'm gonna hit a frigate craft site and we're gonna do front of frigates. Especially with this gravity suit, it is going to make it absolutely trivial. So my gamble to skip Farfindrana was not unfounded, and the Spider Ball, and turns out, did not have to be skipped. Since I picked up Anti-Chamber, aka the vanilla Ice Beam check, these pirates are here. I also don't have grapple, so I'm going to try to do a pretty difficult scan dash. Oh, I actually made it all the way. I've never gotten that before. That's a very difficult dash. But if you fall, you can also just do a jump from the uppermost platform to the ground. It only works with gravity suits, so water doesn't pull you down. But that dash was very impressive. I'm actually quite surprised I got that. So I'm going to freeze these guys just because they're very annoying. Going to shoot this, going to wait for this door to open, then shoot this. Repair boost ball. I'm going to shoot this. I'm going to enter morph because it's much faster to drop down while in morph ball. Got an instant morph because I served the camera. Gonna look for all of these now with the newly acquired thermal that was in its vanilla location. I'm gonna dash around just trying to hit all these conduits. I didn't get a slope jump there to make it up here, but that's okay. Gonna shoot this and this. Gonna hug this so this door will open more quickly. Let's see if Phazon Suit is in cargo freight lift. Gonna shoot this, just shoot this in case it isn't. It is here, so we can just leave. Phazon Suit in frigate is pretty uncommon. But this was pretty nice for me. Even though I did do a good chunk of the mines checks, I was not punished by going to lower mines first. So now we are just going to warp to start and finish the game. I would normally do exoskip, as I said before, but I just want to make this as somewhat beginner friendly. I know I've been doing a lot of complicated strategies, but the idea is to give a list of strategies and show like how I do them and walk through my process of performing them. I'm going to be making a video called How to Practice and Learn Strats in Metroid Prime that should help with learning. A lot of these, they're hard, yes, but more than anything, they're there to show what you can learn. I know it seems like, hey, this looks super hard. I don't think I'll be able to learn this, but in reality, a lot of these you can very well learn with enough practice. So I'm going to try and do a bomb space jump here. Didn't quite get it. Instead I'm going to do a slope jump in this part of the wall here onto this vein. I'm going to jump onto this vein, jump onto this last vein, and jump onto these platforms. This way I can circumvent most of the climbing and also avoid these Metroids. I'm going to try and shoot that with the plasma splash damage. I was too far to the left. Going to boost over here. Just cross this. No exoskip. Swap to power because it is likely that Exo will be power or wave, or has to be power or wave, so there's 50-50. I accidentally morphed a little too early there. I wanted to move a little bit forward, then morph, so I wouldn't get that animation. So let's see, is it going to be... Nope, it is a wave beam. So I would use... Oh, I should have gotten a refill in hindsight, but I would use Wave Buster here, but it will use so many missiles, and in reality it's not going to be worth it because super missiles are going to provide me significantly more value throughout this fight. So I'm gonna just pre-fire a super missile here. Gonna wait for Exo to swing so I don't miss. There we go. It will be about partially charged shot for power. Gonna get close here so I can melee manip Exo. Jump here, just gonna do charge shots. Unfortunately wasn't close enough, so gonna do this blast attack. Gonna try doing some double jumps, see if I can get the height to fire my charge shots. Not quite getting them, so let me just make sure I stay close to those talons. Pretty annoying. Now I'm gonna show off a trick called like run by shots. So now Ridley is a bit angry and gonna charge me, but if I aim at the right spot and shoot at the right time, I can damage Exo on the run towards me, and I can do it on the way back. So now it's power. I've already gotten 2 wave shots, so I can just super this. While he lurches back, I'm going to shoot these, because they can be really devastating. I missed that power shot, but I will be able to get the super shot on the way back. If I got them both, I would be able to completely skip this phase, but unfortunately did not. Thankfully it's ice, so it should just be 1 charge shot, and we're good. So Exo always adds an extra beam, every phase. This one he's going to do a lurch attack, but if I dash to the left here, Exo won't be able to get me, or more or less. It didn't work there. But power first phase is not bad. This means that I can take advantage of these super missiles. There we go. Try and move back to get this run-by shot. There we go. Now I got hit, I just need to stay close so I can pull off the super. There we go. Now I just wait. Now we do Ice Beam. Rinse and repeat. Did not quite hit it there. I think I shot a little too early. I'll try and get it here. Nice. Ooh, Ice Plasma. That's really nice. This means that the wave phase is going to be practically non-existent if I hit these run-by shots. Okay, unfortunately my aim was adjusted a little too much there. Can hit this one though. Nice. Now, wave phase shouldn't take too many shots. Try and melee min up Exo. Not quite get it. There we go. Wave phase may be the worst just because wave does the least overall damage, but it also the easiest because the shots will track for you. Okay, so Essence Exo can practically switch between any beam, but if I melee min up him correctly, he probably won't. Plasma first, always nice. He's going to take 2 charge shots and an unpower shot. Nice, hit it there. I'm gonna jump here, try to line my shot. There we go. Ice, nice. Okay, back to plasma, if you insist. All right, one more. Oh, I didn't quite hit it there. Sometimes Exo can do those charge attacks, where you can try and avoid them, or if you're fast enough, you can try and hit them on the way towards you. I'm gonna line myself at the middle of Exo. I shot quite too early there, but that's okay. Wave, I don't like that, but that's okay. Gonna do NSJ jump, single jump to dodge the ice attack. Really want to shoot these orbs. These orbs really suck. I'm gonna try and get the run-by shots here. With wave, they are obviously less significant because wave does less damage. Power, okay. You're sucking me, but that's okay. I can get out super missile off in time. So yeah, I'm gonna keep on power. Skip this cutscene. Morph boost into the cutscene trigger. Just skip it. Now I'm going to teach a essence strat. So I have all the visors, so I'm pretty good. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to stand completely still. And this seems weird, but what it actually does is allows Essence to sort of do her own thing. And she can go either left or right here. Okay, she went right. So after she does her second animation here, I'm going to jump. And for some reason, this makes her lay her pool faster, but I'm still going to stand still. Now that Essence has roared at me, she's going to lay a pool, and I'm going to figure out where that pool is. I'm going to be on the edge of it, and I'm going to face away. What this does is it forces Essence to end up in front of you. So I'm going to do the attack cancel. It's going to shoot her when her chin becomes realigned. It's going to cycle through her animations and get closer to a pool. She's also not too close to the exoskeleton corpse, so this way I'm probably not getting pool skipped. There we go. Going to fire the rest. Going to do the same thing here when I go on the edge of the pool. It's going to end in front of me. Powerbombing those Metroids. Powerbombing the Metroids, don't have to deal with them. So I'm just going to repeat this process for a second time in the thermal phase. Oops. Looks like I messed up some attack cancels there. That's okay. Should be laying pool soon. If you ever end up in this position, try to get as far away as you can from the exoskeleton body so Essence is getting closer to there. I'm going to be laying these. Once again, repeat the same process. Instead, I'm going to step in and out of the pool, hold down the A button. I'm going to store phase-on shots so I can whittle down the HP enough to a good point without actually draining the pool. One more, and this should be enough. There we go, more than enough, and time. That is GG. That was pretty good seed. I got to show off some strats, some gambles, some routing decisions. Let's take a look at the credits. So yeah, you want to practice strats, just take a look. DM me if you want like a list of strat ideas, or like tell me your level, maybe I can find some ideas that work for you. One thing I can recommend, Metroid Prime any % beginner tutorial by Justin DM. You might not be running any %, but the strategies that it teaches and like the mentality you have when moving around, because you can improve your movement so much just by moving immediately instead of hesitating, right? And I think that tutorial really helped me with that. But we can also see where Spider was. Spider Ball was on Flagra. That is hilarious. I was never gonna get that. Thankfully, I don't think it was inherently required for anything. I did some pretty weird tricks to skip it. I did Spiraless Shafts, that one really hard. If you aren't confident in Spiraless Shafts, nice flamethrower on Darts. If you aren't confident in Spiraless Shafts and you want to go to mines, just be very careful about going from the back. Very risky, especially if you don't have Spider or Boost. They're soft locks galore, um, but you can still do it. Just you gotta be careful. Think about the requirements. Think about where you're going. Yeah, that's basically rounding in a nutshell. I don't think I need to tell you that, but yeah, that was the Metroid Prime Async Seed, same as Hive Gunship. Hope to do more. We got a total time of 47%, or excuse me, percentage of 47, time of 57. Not too shabby at all. So, hope this was informative. Let me know if you have any feedback for how I teach stuff. This might be a little information overload, but I just like sharing exactly what I do every time because I guess I enjoy that sort of granular, maybe not granular, but just having information for everything. Teaching everything I can. So yeah, thank you for watching. See you next mission. Take care, and Grapple Beam is useless.